Hello guys and welcome back to my channel. Today, me and my model Amy are creating this gorgeous glowing bridal makeup look. As usual, I have already prepared the skin and I will link all of the products in the description box below. And before I forget guys, click that like button and leave a comment below. All of this helps my channel to grow so I can create more gorgeous videos for you. And I'm starting this look from the eyes. I am applying NARS Soft Matte Concealer in the lightest shade Chantilly all over the eyelid in a very thin layer. This will help me to overlay the natural skin color and create a clean canvas for my eyeshadows. Next, I need to set the concealer in place, and for this I'm using the discontinued highlighter from Too Faced in a very thin layer. This first transparent layer of the highlighter will help with the blending of the further eyeshadows. And here you see me adding the pigment, again very glowing, slightly pinkish pigment from the brand Chaos makeup all over the eyelid, and this will create a really nice sheer glow to the lid. Next, I'm moving on to the eye definition and using darkest shade from Charlotte Tilbury's Easy Eye palette. I am marking the three outer quarters of the eye and softly blending the eyeshadow towards the brow. Once the initial blending is done, I then move on and darken near the lash line using my new pencil from Charlotte Tilbury in the shade Pillow Talk. That's right, now she produced even a pencil in that shade. And if I'm honest, it's a really beautiful color. It's almost like a maroony, reddish brown, and that will be flattering to so many different eye shades. All right, so once the definition was completed, I then wanted to add a little bit more highlighting glow to the lids. And here you see me packing the Vanilla pigment from MAC Cosmetics, which is one of the first pigments that I have ever owned in my life, but this is one of the most beautiful pearlescent golden shades. Next, I needed to add more definition onto the eyes, and I'm doing so by adding the liner. Now, originally I wanted the line to be super fine, almost invisible, but once I created that initial shaping, I decided to fill in the inner waterline on the upper eyelid, and this kind of visually thickened the lash line and the liner together. For this look, I wanted Amy's brows to be as big and as fluffy as possible, but at the same time, still looking quite groomed. So I'm brushing the hair gummy through the brows and letting them dry. And I also popped some 3/4 lashes for this look, which I'm later on gonna coat in the mascara. Now moving on to the skin. For the skin, I chose NARS foundation, which is quite glowing and reflecting. NARS foundation is currently one of my favorites in my kit, and I have two different types. One is Natural Radiant Long-Wearing Foundation, and I love mixing in sheer glow in it. Two together make perfect mix for my work, bridal and private clienteles as well. And I find that it's one of the most kindest formulas, and that foundation mix suits almost everybody. And again, you can make it more glowing or more matte just by powdering it. Now you see me adding some contours back onto the face using one of my favorite contouring products from Kiko. It's a contouring stick in the shade 200, and then I am blending everything together into the skin so there is no harsh lines left. And again, guys, until we powder, cream on cream will blend seamlessly. For underneath the eyes, I'm going to use two products. This one is Banana Lowlighter from the brand Rodeo. And this is the product that I am kind of in love and hate relationship with. Its formula is a little bit capricious and it does not sit well on everybody, but when it does sit well, it looks incredible. It has that slight reflecting surface to it, so it kind of creates a radiance and the brightening effect underneath the eyes. On Amy, this product worked really well, and I am also following it up with Hourglass Concealer, which is honestly at the moment one of my favorite concealer formulas. It is quite thick, but it's one of those formulas that creases less considering how thick in formulation it is. And I really enjoy using it on many of my clients. And the final cream formula we are going to apply is the blusher. And currently, again, this is one of my favorite creamy blushers. This one is the Pillow Talk from Charlotte Tilbury. It's a gorgeous dusky pink shade that is more on a neutral side, and it suits so many different skin tones. And as usual, I'm applying it all over the cheeks, all over the forehead, and a little bit in the middle of the nose to tie everything together. And with the same beauty blender that I have used for the foundation, I'm pushing the product in the skin for that super turned down muted finish. As we are creating bridal makeup look, it is really important to keep the middle part of the face shine free, as the bridal days are usually very long and the makeup needs to last all day. So it is really important to powder everything so the makeup stays in place. Now I am using two different powders. This first powder is from Ilamasca, and I lightly dusted it all over the face to set the foundation and concealer. Next, I'm going to apply another powder from by Terry, which is Hyaluronic Hydra powder, and I'm actually going to concentrate it only underneath the eyes in that kind of triangular shape that I want to brighten up and set further. This powder contains hyaluronic acid and silica in it, which means that it is brilliant for the skin that is dry or dehydrated. And also silica absorbs the shine and blurs imperfections. So it does have a slight blurring effect as well. And the next step is going to be kind of emphasizing on the contours of the face with the powders. Again, the reason for such a layering is so whenever the flash photography hits the face does not appear on camera washed out. So all of these layers will help the face to look three-dimensional in the pictures. I quickly filled in the gaps in the brows using NYX brow pen, and now I'm dusting off the excess powder and quickly swiping it all over the surface of the face to merge all of the colors together so the blending is as seamless as possible. Now that the flawless canvas are almost completed, I'm going over with another shade of the blusher, and this one is from NARS in the shade Deep Throat. Also, one of my favorite neutral shades, has a slight kind of a shimmer to it, so it is our way of starting creating the glow on the face. The next step in creating long-wearing radiant canvas for bridal looks is one of my favorite powders from Hourglass, Ambient Lighting Powder, which you guys see me using from time to time. It has a slight radiance to it, but it is not overly glowing or overly shimmery. By applying it all over the other powders that we have done, it is even more muted on the glow. Now on to the main product for this glowing tutorial, the Charlotte Tilbury's Beauty Light Wand. And this is what will give us the appearance of a super reflective skin and super glow, although the rest of the skin is really well powdered. And to brighten up the eyes, I have added the eye cheat from Charlotte Tilbury, and moving on to the lips. I wanted the lips to be more on a muted side, but still defined, so I've used Iconic Nude from Charlotte Tilbury all over. And without using any lipstick, I moved on and created some glow, mixing in two of my favorite lip glosses, one from Fenty Beauty and another one is from Inglot. I will add everything in the description box below so you guys can check out the products I've used. To set the makeup in place and create another reflective layer, I've used Anastasia Beverly Hills Glow Setting Spray. And to highlight the body, I used Laura Mercier Translucent Powder in the shade Celestial Light, which at the moment is also one of my favorites. And here is our final look completed. As you guys saw, I've used a lot of powders to set the makeup in place and make it long wearing. And I also used a creamy products in order to create the highlighting glow. Such technique will help everything to look glowy and stay put all day throughout the wedding. Thank you for joining me for another successful tutorial. Let me know in the comments what do you guys think. I look forward to hearing from you. And thank you once again, and I see you on my next one.